Alright everyone, I'm back, sort of. Maybe you've seen in the comments or on Reddit or something, I've been fucking busy lately. Just work and life. I don't want to get into that. Well, I'll probably end up rambling about it anyway. That's how this goes, doesn't it? But let's get into the race. So I think this is episode 5 of the Back to Basics series. In the Skip Barber here at VIR North? I think that's what this track is. It's the first half of the track, basically, if you're not doing the full run. Not too quick here, so it's been interesting to kind of learn and everything. So let's get this started, see if I can get a good launch or something. I did okay, not bad. I don't like just dumping it, but I feel like I'm not giving it enough clutch to really let the engine rev back up. As, oh, come on, we'll be fine, let's get through this. Lots of orange and white cars today, that's interesting. Oh, he's invisible. I wanna go over there, because it looks like there's room, but can't really pass a car that's gonna flash back into existence on you. Or can you? Because now I'm right behind him. Jeez. Let's hope that clears up and it's just like a start of the race thing when he's got a bunch of cars on the screen. Oh, it's... I guess he doesn't want to be near John. He slowed down, caused a wreck behind us. Oh, that was the guy who slowed down next to me, Mark Jeffrey. Don't know what that was about. Oh shit, I hit the curb there. I don't think that was my fault. He slowed down quite a lot and I just managed to slip past him there. Getting a little too slidey through there. Need to just lift, not slide through that. It's just gonna tear my tires to pieces. So now we can catch back up to the pack since everyone's getting slow for this corner. Got on the gas a little too soon through there. Pushed out a little. That's a common theme for me today at this track, and in this corner, really like upsetting the car both ways. I've had trouble holding onto it and then carrying speed onto the straight. So let's see, it looks like John's lag has maybe cleared up as the race has gone on just a lap. So that is good, and we've got draft on him, but he's going to have the inside going into this corner. I'm going to try and brake a little late, I guess. We got room up here, and I've got the outside. I didn't get on the brake hard enough to start. Oh, got a car off the track. Is he going to try and rejoin? He is. Come on, dude. Guess, you know what? That's fine. That worked out, but risky rejoin, I think. He's got some damage on his front wing. The car right behind us, I do. So see how that plays out. Looks like John's getting some lag again on this part of the track. I don't think it's track related. It just must have been coincidence. It'd be strange if it was related to the point of the track. Maybe it's because there's more cars rendering, but I think you're still getting sent all of that same information. So luckily when we were going for the pass, he coincidentally did not have lag. Come on, no! There's the off track. I got like fucking 12 off tracks last race going through there. Just a little lift back on the gas. A little too early back on the gas. Side to lift again coming through there. Gotta be better. Gotta carry more speed through here. I am very slow. Very, very slow here. I moved my spring perch up a bit, lowering the front of the car, and that's helped me a little. My spring perch was 1, and now it's 3. Rear anti-roll bars set to 7. I thought about going to 8 for a little bit more oversteer, but then that was in qualifying. I was thinking of doing it, and I don't really want to fuck with the car at that point. Is Edu gonna try and get a pass on us? I'm gonna defend up the inside. Alright, he's gonna go to the outside. Just brake at my normal time, right at about 2.5. Oh! Got a 0x contact there. Pushed out. Sorry, I locked the wheels a little. So, no harm. Just a little tap there. That was my fault. I definitely locked up and carried too much speed. Went right into him. I pushed the brake bias a little forward of what I'm used to. Just for that long, fast straight. I'm at 59 front brake bias. Just trying, as all of these long straights with the hard, they're not all long straights, but just you get a lot of speed coming up to these hard braking zones. I was locking the wheels a lot in the rear, coming into them. Alright, there's an alright entrance to this part, or exit, I guess, out of that corner. Little lift. Had to tap the brake a little. There we go. Get in the gas and come through. It is fast. So I got that not going for me. Coming in pretty hot. Just let him by. It's only lap 3. Maybe he can get us closer to Brian because I'm losing a little bit of time on him. So, as I was saying, brake bias. I would prefer it to be a little farther back. I don't like that I had to lift there. I should have carried the right amount of speed, but I've got draft, so it'll be fine. Brake bias. I'd prefer it more to the rear, but that's not helping me in these long straights. So pushing it forwards, giving me a little bit shorter stopping distance on the straights. I'm not actually going to try to attack him right now. I want to gain some not positions, but get closer to Brian, Pascal. Maybe let Edu have his chance at fighting them because I was just falling behind. As far as what we're drinking today, one of the most important parts of this channel. Oh, locked it. Not good, not good. Come on, come on, come on. Drinking Miller High Life. It's quick, easy drinking. It's delicious, and my kegerator's empty. I haven't had time to race. I have a 6-tap kegerator I've talked about quite a bit. I haven't had time to brew beer. I fucking love beer. I think you all know that. It's not just like, I'm gonna drink beer all the fucking time. Like, it's a hobby. I brew. I genuinely enjoy beer, even though I'm drinking Miller High Life. I haven't had time to make beer. My kegerator's empty. I have a wheat beer that I don't want right now on draft, and that's it. I haven't had time. I should just go buy a keg of something, I guess. I've got an empty keg in there, commercial keg as well. It was Bell's Smitten. Now it's empty. So drinking Miller High Life. It's a hot day. Had a bit last night, kind of unwinding with a friend from long stressful days at work, like getting good work done, but deadlines and whatnot, you know, life. So got some coffee and I got some Miller High Life, and at some point I'll be able to take a drink. So staying in 12th, I'm not too unhappy with that. I'd like to be able to finish in the top 10 if I can manage it. I'm willing to bet people are going to wreck out. This is a very forgiving track in that you aren't going to have your race over, but it's very simple to lose a lot of time if you get a little off, or try and make a pass that doesn't just quite work out. You're just off in the grass and you lose a handful of seconds trying to recover. Alright, we got Edu off. That is our opportunity. He cannot come back. That really sucks. He, she, I'm just assuming it's a male name. I don't know. Alright. I keep hitting that bump, and then coming over on the side there. At least I didn't get an off track. Like I said, I had like 12 last races. Not good at all. Should have been carrying more speed through there again. So still just losing time to Brian and Pascal up in front of us. Not losing a ton of time. Like, I'm doing all right. I'm holding my consistency reasonably well. Pretty on par for me. So I guess that's good. Shit, I hope I'm recording. I don't know if I clicked it. I guess if you are hearing this, then I did record it. Shit, Pascal had an off track, as did I. If I didn't have an off track, I'd be right there battling with him and have the speed to pass him, but right now, I think I have a little bit more speed than him. Yeah, I'm gaining a few tenths here and there, but I'm not going to be able to get the full-on pass. But it would have been a very easy pass had I not also gone off track. Unfortunately, it wasn't target fixation from looking at Pascal. I just went off track, which I don't know which is worse. Like, you know not to target fixate because you're just going to follow the other car straight off the track. And then there's just me making a mistake, which there's a million of. That's why we're back to basics. I'm not great at driving again. Not that I ever was great, but I was better than I am now. I got my I rating up to like 2700 twice. I used to race Formula 1 slowly, but I still did it back in the Ep.5. let's learn the things that I've lost since moving, basically. Shit, it's been a long time since I've been good. Time to get good. So now with Pascal, we're gonna have a little bit of draft. Might have just lost it. I'm just gonna have like a little inkling if we can keep this up going into the main straight or close some time. But a second's about the best distance you're gonna get at these high speeds to be able to get some draft, and he's pulling away. There we go. That was beautiful. That felt really good. Alright, I had a much better exit out of there than Pascal, and I'm not really getting a ton of draft off him, but that exit is what's really going to help me through there. Ooh, hitting the rev limiter is not. So you gained about 2 or 3 tenths just from that final corner. That's fantastic. Final corner and the speed that we were able to carry through the straightaway. That corner, not so good. Great corner, followed by poor corner. This is what separates the good racers from the bad racers. The good racers are good at racing, and the bad racers, like me, not so good at racing. Much more consistent would be a lot better. But, as I've said a billion times, and I will continue to say, being able to recognize those mistakes and try and correct them going forward, or watching your replays and trying to learn from those, is a huge piece of trying to improve. Like, not just knowing what to do, but recognizing when you make the mistake, accepting that it's something that you did, because these are the only inputs you have, and trying to correct that. Like, I think that's important in all of life. But in racing, in playing video games in general, but in sim racing as well, just trying to figure out how you can better impact it and what you currently lack and could use some improvement on. Like, it's not that you're bad, it's that you have room for improvement. And I definitely have room for improvement, and now that I'm getting some more practice in, getting some more races in, gonna try and keep this up more regularly. I'm not gonna say regularly because I don't know how many times I've said that. Looks like we got a car off up there. Ooh, he's just stopped in the middle of the track. Just hit your button. Alright, there he goes. Oh, I don't remember what I was talking about. Well, I vaguely do. I want to get better at racing. I'm not good at racing. There's room for improvement. Yeah, just finding that room to improve in yourself, and there's tools like iSpeed that'll help you point out differences. Unfortunately, with iSpeed, like, you've got the different setups, but in a car like the Skippy or a fixed series, you can better learn from other drivers, like how they're maybe better modulating the brake, or easing on the throttle more, taking a slightly different line. Those sorts of things can be really helpful. Oop, got a little slidey there, but on the gas hard, trying to keep up with Pascal here. I'm not trying to make a pass before we get on the straightaway, the main straightaway. So that's what I want to set up, is coming out of this right-hander that we're heading into, I want to do better than Pascal. Yep, there we go, that's fine. I will be doing better than Pascal and able to pass him because he is off the track. So that's a little bit of the pressure, not that I directly put on him, but that he felt from me being so close behind him. He wanted to carry a lot of speed, knowing that I'd have the draft coming into this straight. So I think he felt the pressure to try and push a little harder and do a little better. And that's part of the mental side of racing, right? You need to recognize when to push and when not to. And I think that was probably a good time to push. I don't think he could have done, like, in the Skippy, I mean, it's essentially a spec series. Like, you can modify your setup, but of course there's only one car. So apart from setup differences, I wasn't putting a ton of speed on him, but that draft is really where I'm going to be able to catch him without needing extra skill going into that corner. That will help taking the corner better, which is why I was trying to. But the draft is just going to let me catch him anyway. Like, I would have absolutely been able to get just alongside of him or put a nose up under him and add pressure into the first corner, regardless of whether I took that corner well. I mean, I couldn't have taken it very poorly. I couldn't have spun or anything, but we weren't looking at like a drastic situation. I was going to be able to close the car length or 2 car lengths I had on him easily with the draft going into that straightaway. So maybe he just put too much pressure on himself to really gun it out of the corner, because there's about nothing you can do. If he can keep me from getting completely alongside him, then it puts the pressure back on me to try and overbrake and maybe crash in the first corner and try and do something stupid, or just fall back behind him. So that's really all he could have gained there, is putting me in a position that would make me less comfortable trying to complete the pass. I don't know what he knew of my driving yet. Like, I've made mistakes, so maybe he thought that I was going to take the risk and try and make the pass, so he was just trying to make the most of that. But generally, I'm not gonna go for the pass unless it's a sure thing. Trying to learn. So we got about 5.5 laps left of this. Feels good to race. I'm glad I haven't crashed yet. Now that I've said it, I have allowed myself to crash. Oh, holy shit, my fucking ankle hurts on my brake. I gotta figure that out. My knees also been really bothering me on my fucking braking leg, and I have a hydraulic brake, so of course it's just like I'm just constantly slamming my leg into a wall trying to hold that brake. It would be, so we're in the top 10, so that's great. It'd be great if someone else spun out in front of us. Brian, we're keeping pace to Brian, so that's good, and I feel like I'm not beating the tires up a ton, so that's fine. What does amaze me is how the guys in first are getting like 35-second, 36-second regularly laps, whereas I'm struggling to break into the 37s. Oh, we got a slow car, an off car up here. It is Joseba. That's probably not how you pronounce it, but he's off in the pits, so no big deal there. I had an incident with him in the previous race, coming into this turn, this big left-hander that's coming up. He got a good pass on me on the turn 1 here. Just edged out, getting ahead. We were kind of side by side coming through here, and I took the inside through here. He hit the brakes late, locked up the rear, and spun into me. I damaged my car, needing repair, and his car did not. I was really frustrated with that, but life continues. I got 20th place in that race out of 20 cars. I couldn't even limp myself back around to the pits to try and go more quickly. I had to go up, take the long, it is a fast, or I guess it's not a fast tow, but it was a long tow. Much slower than a lap, that's for sure. Ooh. So, just like incidental tenths of a second being gained here on Brian. Nothing crazy. Don't know if we're going to be able to... So there's actually quite a bit of time. That was a pretty quick corner there for me. Don't know if we're going to be able to actually put that time on him to get that 8th place. I'm a little nervous of it. We're going to have 4 laps remaining once we cross the start-finish line here this time. If I did, for some reason, make it up next to him, stay on... Oh my god, I shit my pants. Woo, not for real, that's disgusting. It happens to people. But, like, whew, that was fucking stressful. All I needed was just a little bit in the dirt, and boom, I'd be off. And I've got a bunch of cars more than close enough to me to capitalize on a mistake and take me out of a top 10 finish. So I'm going to be very, very happy with the 9th place finish. I'm not fast enough to do any better. My safety rating will improve from this race. My I rating will go up slightly. I'm car number 12. Yeah, assuming I finish 9th. Let's go with that. Now that I've said all of these things, I'm absolutely going to crash. We got like 3 3/4 of a lap remaining. That wasn't very smooth. Yeah, just maintaining the distance to Brian. So Brian would also have to make a mistake, and there's not a ton of pressure on him from me. I'm behind him, but not by far enough. Like, he can afford some small mistakes. He can't go off track. Oh, wow. He can't go off track, but he can do what I just did, or miss some apexes. Yeah, apex is probably the right word, right? By quite a bit. He'll be. What am I doing? What? Whoa. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. No, my clutch! My clutch! My clutch! It's broken! It's not registering! Why? Why? Please. Please fix. Oh no. Oh no, I see. It's because I fixed it with. Shit. I gotta take my wheel apart. Oh no. It's fiddling with it a little. Very sad right now. Which way is closed? So, can I can do it all the way that way. Well, this is the clutch replacement that I printed. It sheared off right where it connects to the tiny potentiometer. It's JB welded onto the potentiometer. Obviously, I need to make this more robust. It broke right along the layer, which is what it should do in this situation. I gotta get off the track. Yeah, I broke this. Broke right there, right along the layer line, right at the weak point. I'll have to print this slightly differently, or make it thicker, reinforce it somehow. Fuck! What a time to have that happen. Thanks, guys. Top 10 finish was going to happen, I think. Shit. See you in the next race after I take this motherfucker apart again. Bye.